One of the major things that I hear about Persona 5 is that the Phantom Thieves are more like coworkers instead of friends. But during my playthrough of Persona 5 Royal on Switch, I never understood why people thought of this. In this video, I will be making a quick video on why I think the Phantom Thieves are misunderstood in their friendship and aren't coworkers. I hope you enjoy it. So one of the first criticisms of the Phantom Thieves I hear about is the fact that they don't have enough hangout and bonding scenes as a group.
This I disagree with because there are many different scenes throughout the game in which the Phantom Thieves bond and have some slice of life moments.
One of these is the buffet at the hotel after stealing Kamoshida's heart. We get a nice amount of slice of life and the Phantom Thieves bonding with each other. But then, I think we reach the thing that makes people not consider these as bonding moments. When Ruji and Joker leave, they meet Shido and gets the blame by a rotten adult. With this happening, they establish the Phantom Thieves. I think the problem right here is the fact that this scene facilitated a plot moment. Almost all of the slice of life scenes have at least one relation to the plot, and this might make people cut these out as not a team bonding moment. But I feel that this is actually a good thing. You see, in Persona 4, I feel like the surplus of slice of life scenes ruined the pacing of the story so much, and I feel as if some of them should have at least facilitated a plot moment. I love how 5 and 3 did this because it helps make the slice of life scenes not feel useless and more important to the story. My favorite slice of life scene is the hot pot scene after stealing Madarame's heart. I love this scene because it shows the boys bonding over the feeling of being outcast. It brings some development into their friendship I love. We still get our slice of life shenanigans, and it also helps the story. I also hear about how all the Phantom Thieves talk about work and how the investigation team aren't as work-focused. With the context of how both stories work,
I feel that this comparison is pretty unfair.
You see, in the context of Persona 5's story, the Phantom Thieves are the #1 public enemy, so of course they are going to have to talk about work most of the time because they could be imprisoned or sentenced to death. While in Persona 4's case, they aren't really the #1 public enemy and aren't at risk of going to jail. Instead, their goal is to find the murder, but in order to do that, they will have to wait until the next person appears on the Midnight Channel once a month.
While the Phantom Thieves always have to hurry and pick targets fast, or they could be arrested or be given the death penalty.
I feel like the people who say this about the Phantom Thieves don't take into account the fact that Persona 5 and 4 have different stories and stakes.
So I feel as if comparing them like this is really unfair.
For this piece of criticism, we are going to take in the fact that these two friend groups take place in different towns. In Persona 4, Inaba is described as a very boring town, and many people state that hanging out with your friends is one of the most entertaining things to do, so of course the investigation team is going to spend most of their time hanging out together. The Phantom Thieves, on the other hand, are in Tokyo. You know, the #1 biggest city in Japan. Filled with movie theaters, arcades, and many other places to enjoy your time.
It only makes sense that the Phantom Thieves spend some time not always on each other. The Phantom Thieves have these things called lives. And before you say how best friends always hang out with each other every single day, some don't and some do. The Phantom Thieves are the type who hang out with their friends, but also have to carry on with their lives.
Now the ending to Persona 5 Royal is very controversial, especially compared to the vanilla game's ending. But I hear a few say that the Phantom Thieves especially aren't friends because they split up at the end instead of going on a dreamlike car ride.
Now I will further elaborate on this in my video about Royal's ending, but I find it extremely stupid to assume they aren't friends anymore because they are going their separate ways. The message of Persona 5 Royal's third semester is to not be afraid of tomorrow, and though we may face pain during life, we must know not to take the easy route and face it head on. The Phantom Thieves going their separate ways is supposed to represent Royal's message, and it does it fantastically.
It's one of the reasons why I think Royal's ending is better than the original Persona 5's. The Phantom Thieves are still in contact with each other and Strikers, whether you think it is canon to Royal or not, still have the Phantom Thieves meeting up, and there are more slices of life scenes because the death penalty doesn't linger around them. So I just made this quick video because I never understood why people kept saying this. Though the Phantom Thieves aren't my favorite group in the series, I still think that they are really good friends, and it just makes me confused and angry sometimes when people misunderstand them and call them coworkers. There is a Reddit comment that perfectly describes my thoughts, here it is. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and please leave a like or subscribe if you like my content. See you next time.